Welcome back to my channel, guys, and today I want to talk about 6 social skills that will make women addicted to you. Number 1, a man on a mission. There's something about a guy that knows what he wants, goes after what he wants, and he is not going to let anyone or anything stop him from achieving his goals. Now, a problem in today's society, lots of guys are so worried about rocking the boat when it comes to women that they don't want to hurt their feelings. They don't want to make them feel uncomfortable. And in the end, they're losing that masculine feminine dynamic. So many guys are playing it safe, and then it causes girls to find them not attractive. And then there's all these lonely guys out there that are miserable and hate their dating life, all because they're so worried about what women think. And the problem is when you have less experience with women, you tend to do this. You tend to change who you are because you want her to like you. You do everything in your power to not lose her, and it ends up backfiring on you. You become needy, simpy, and then she's like, this isn't attractive, I'm out. What girls are addicted to, what they love, is that guy on a mission. The guy that does not hesitate to pay for the first date, does not hesitate to ask her out, does not hesitate to set up the date, does not hesitate to ask her back to his place. Those are the things that women find attractive. And I already can see it. The guys in the comments being like, yeah, but like, that's not how it's supposed to be, and like all this stuff. And it's like, look, if you want to get a high value woman, you need to step up. You need to have your mission, you need to stick to it, and you need to stop worrying about anybody else but yourself. You need to stop changing who you are for a girl. You need to stop acting simpy. You need to put on that masculine energy and go for what you want. Number 2, you don't play her games. A girl is always going to be testing you. They're always going to give you shit tests. They're always going to see where they stand. And this can come from the fear of being abandoned, the fear that you're going to leave. So she tries to push you either away, or she tries to see how you're going to handle things in tough situations. And I'm not saying it's a healthy trait that girls do, but most girls do this. The problem is most guys fall for it. So if a girl is like, I'm not going to sleep with you tonight, I just want to let you know that I am not going to sleep with you tonight. Well, most guys are gonna say, oh no, I'm sorry, like I would never say that, of course, like, and then you get into this like really simpy energy trying to convince her that you're not that guy. Whereas somebody who is extremely confident, or someone that does not play the bullshit games, is either gonna say a joke, make a joke of it, like, I'm saving myself from marriage, so, and then making her kind of feel silly for asking that question, or he just does not address it. He does not answer it, and he moves the conversation, because that also shows that he is not going to put up with this behavior. And when you can really do this, even when it's hard, but when you can really set these boundaries, or you can take a deep breath, think about what you're about to say, and stop yourself from having this weak energy, she's gonna start getting in line. She's gonna be like, oh, okay, I can't pull this stuff with him. He's not like the other guys. He's not gonna let me just do this kind of stuff. And then she's gonna start respecting you more because you're setting these boundaries. Maybe in the moment she doesn't like it, but in the long term, she's gonna start looking at you as more of the leader, the masculine guy, the guy that she can't pull this crazy shit on. Number 3, a guy that has a solid friend group. I can't tell you how attractive this is as a female when you meet a guy that is on his mission, he checks all your boxes, but he also has a group of guys that are all on like this mission as well, that they're all like improving themselves, they're all working really hard. That is attractive because it also makes you want to be around those types of people. Now, this guy could be great and have all these other like things that she likes, but then he has loser friends that are just smoking or playing video games or getting drunk every weekend. Like, they're kind of losers. And then she's gonna be like, well, why is this great guy associated with these kinds of guys? And I can't tell you how many times I see this, like guys that are on their mission, they're working to better themselves, to be the best version of themselves, but then they're still friends with their friends from high school or college that don't, that are even maybe pulling them down, making fun of them for trying to improve their life, and they're just all miserable and unhappy in theirs. Think about the roles were reversed. If you were dating a girl and then she had these like really bad friends that were out drinking, doing drugs, things like that, and she wasn't like that, but those were her friends, you'd be kind of questioning, like, why is this girl hanging out with these weird friends, you know? So it's the same kind of thing. Like, if you find yourself trying to improve, but you still have shitty friends, you gotta change that, because that could be a huge deal breaker for a girl. And speaking of deal breakers, if you do not take care of your skin, if it's oily, acne, dry, and it just doesn't look good, that is a deal breaker. A girl is not gonna find that attractive. And that's why I decided to partner with today's video, Tiege Hanley, to be the sponsor of today's video. Tiege Hanley is honestly the best skincare out there for men. They make it super simple and easy to use. I recommend their level 1 system that has all the basics. A daily face wash, a 2 times a week scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20, which is super important. If you're gonna be outside, you need to protect your skin, and a PM moisturizer. And my favorite part about Tiege Hanley is it comes with this instruction card that tells you how much and when you should put on the product, so you're never confused. Their products are amazing, but don't just take it from me. They have over 7,000 5-star reviews on their websites from satisfied customers all around the world. Guys, skincare is super important. It is the first thing that a girl notices about you, so you need to start taking care of your skin now. And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video, you know they're hooking us up with an amazing deal. Click that first link in description to get 30% off your first box plus a free gift. Plus, if you're a member, you get 20% off for life. By the way, both gifts you get to choose from are a $20 value, and they're both a game changer. A silicone body scrubber or a nail and face grooming kit. I personally think the nail kit is a must. Guys need to keep their nails clean, or that is a complete ick for girls. Just click that first link in the description. Number 4, you're not scared to break the touch barrier on the first date. A lot of guys that are on a first date, they're nervous, they're worried that they're not going to come across the right way, so they don't end up making the move. So what they do is they go on the date, they don't go in for the hug, they go for a dinner date, they sit across from each other, there's no way to really break that touch barrier. You fall into interview mode. At the end of the night, you don't have the courage to go up and kiss her, and the date ends. That's not attractive to women. What girls really like is a guy that takes initiative, that leads her into the restaurant. When they first meet, they go in for the hug, they sit next to each other, there's a room for the push-pull, he can touch her knee, he can touch the arm, all these things to build that sexual tension. If you're not doing this on a date, there really is no difference than going for an interview versus going on a date if you don't break the touch barrier. Because what ends up happening is it just becomes a really stale date. There's no sexual tension. She's not feeling that attraction towards you. That is why it's crucial. The guys that can do this are the ones that get the girl. At the end of the night, being able to pull her in and go in for the kiss, that shows you're confident. That shows you know what you want. There's a lot of times where guys get super nervous, they don't want to do it, they don't want to offend the girl, but that goes back to the point I was talking about on not staying on your mission. You're so worried about what the other girl thinks that you're changing your game plan for the girl. Trust me, this stuff works, guys. Number 5 is a guy that doesn't need to say a lot, but he is really confident in what he is saying. I think a lot of times guys are really nervous and they start talking a lot and they just have this like anxious energy and they feel like they have to prove themselves and they're trying to make jokes, but they don't know if they're coming off as funny, and it just like loses the attraction with a girl. But a guy that can sit back, slow down his breathing, make that strong eye contact, know what he's saying, confident in what he's saying, but can put the conversation back on the girl, that is the most attractive thing. And that is a hard trait that a lot of guys struggle with. He doesn't have this nervous energy. He's confident, can hold that eye contact, can talk to other guys in the room and still be confident. And I think that this is a social skill every guy needs to master. And it's okay to be nervous for a first date. It happens to everyone. Even the girls are nervous. So watching comedy or doing something that can really get you in a good mindset is super helpful. And also practice. You're not always going to be the best on the first date, and that's okay. On your 4th or 5th or 6th time going on first dates, it starts getting easier. And that's why you have to put yourself out there. You can't just be mad at yourself because it didn't work the first time you did it. Like, this is something that you need to practice. And it's not just in dating, whether you're, in an interview or you're working with your coworkers, any chance that you can practice this strong eye contact, speaking with authority, but not over speaking, not anxiously talking, that's huge. That social skill will help you in so many different parts of your life. And number 6, the way you carry yourself. If you're walking into a situation like a first date and you don't go in for the hug and you're like anxiously like, oh, I don't know where we should sit, and you're like talking to the waiter and you're like seeming anxious, like this vibe you're giving off is not like this masculine, strong man that's gonna protect me. This is like an anxious energy of like, now you're making the girl a little bit uncomfortable. She's watching how you interact with different people. So if you're being kind of shy or uncomfortable, or tripping over your words, or not making eye contact with the waiter, or being even rude to the waiter, those are all things a girl's looking for. And if your social skills are not there with other people, she's gonna pick up on that and be like, yeah, no, he's not a good option. Again, it's really attractive when a girl can watch you, hold the door open for somebody, or talk to the waitress with kindness, or be able to talk to kind of anybody and have a conversation. That's attractive. She's noticing this thing. So if this is something you struggle with, like talking to random people and worrying about your energy, I recommend just going out and start talking to random people. Ask for directions. Ask them at the grocery store how you tell if something is right. Just put yourself in situations that are a little bit uncomfortable so you get used to them. So when you are on a date and things come up, you know how to handle it. You're comfortable in that situation. All it is, guys, is just practice. And if you're somebody that's not putting yourself out there, it's gonna be really hard and you're not gonna be successful. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget, Teach Hanley, first link in the description, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.